In today's video, I'm gonna show you how I took this show footage and turned it into this. So, step one is we took all the footage and I took selects out of it. And these are just segments that I thought were cool. Like, this looks sick. So I got all the selects that I liked. Now, usually I'll have this set up. I already have the video made, but I would turn on stacked timelines and I would click my selects right here. And then as I go, I would drag and drop. Since it's already done, we're just gonna show you some workflow. So this is a show by a dude named KLOUD. He is a hard techno monster. And I really wanted to portray that feeling of how insane that show was. I wanted to start it off pretty chill. So I found like, this is a clip from his opening. And then I miraculously got this like light right into my lens. So I kind of used that as a transition itself. So I was like, that would be cool. That was lucky. Right here I have some text, but I have the color turned off because it's really laggy because I'm using a pixel stretcher from Aquascape. I'll leave links below to his store. He makes good plugins. I did some distortion and, you know, just made it look cool. Right here is where the song kicks in. I did a little crossfade so I get that da 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 from the song that I like. And basically, you know, I just pieced together clips that I thought were cool, added some zoom ins. Right here is a really cool trick that I like to do. And it's basically, instead of using like stock flashes, I hate using stock flashes all the time. Like, it makes it easy for like corporate work, but for like this, you want to be fun and creative. So all I do is change, you know, the composite mode and you just see which one looks cool. This one I thought difference looks cool and it gives it this little pop in to that. And that's sick. And basically I tried to cut whenever it flashed black because there's a lot of flashing lights. So like you see like right there, it gets dark. Now it's light again. Now it's dark. Now it's light again. This is cool because this was two different shots, but it's so fast that it looks like it's the same shot. And I didn't necessarily have the shot that I wanted, so I had to make it. You know, sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes your shot isn't, you know, it's not that full whip, but you could piece two together in a whip and make it a longer whip. So, you know, that's pretty smooth right there. Like, you could tell he bounces back over here, but no one's gonna notice that, especially after getting flashbanged 15 times. Over here, I heard the dun 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 of the bass. So I took the same clip and rotated them on the dun dun duns. So dun dun duh. And then him rocking out. And another thing was color. His whole thing is red, black, and white on his set. So I didn't want to go too long with white, too long with red. So I tried to mix it. So here's some white, here's some red, white, red, white, you know, just going through it all. And then just a couple zoom ins to let it go. That's basically my thought process on it. Was I just wanted to make something cool. I didn't really use packs for this. A plugin, my color plugin, basically all free. Spectra is free. Also, I did do that, Spectra, in my last video. So it adds this nice bloom and halation and stuff. It makes it super gritty and sick looking. But for this instance, we're just gonna keep it off for playback. And it still looks sick. Like, even if here, let me go here and show you. So I have my normal setup. I did make a LUT so that I could just work with color. So like even here, see, like before, like that looks so sick. And I wasn't really worried about the noise because I was gonna put grain on it anyway. So it kind of just hides the shitty grain from like just it being too dark. And it just looks so sick. Oh yeah, here. I forgot to show you that. That was another effect that I did, the pixel stretch. That was another part on this. So it kind of just gives it that cyberpunky feel. And it working together with the composite things just looks so sick. Yeah, I'm super proud about this video, even though it's only 30 seconds. It's super sick, and I'm glad I made it. And KLOUD was super cool. Hopefully he posts it. I got in contact with him. And he was like super down with me filming the show and stuff. Yeah, great guy. But that's my thought process on this edit. I thought I'd share it because I thought it was really cool. And it came together really well. Hopefully that gives you some inspiration on not relying on like transition packs, because I feel like I've relied on them for commercial work for so long that I hate using them. So I think not using transition packs actually kind of makes you a better editor because you can think creatively, especially for this, because this is already so creative and artful. Because, you know, it's an entire light show. It's sick-ass music. And being here was so awesome, too. And filming it was super easy. I used this camera most of the time, and I just walked around. I didn't really do anything crazy. But if you piece it together right in your edit, it looks so professional. This part right here, this shot, I love this shot. Even though it's noisy, it looks so freaking cool, especially when I did this blend over here with the hard light. Because, like, you know, it looks different each way you do it. But that hard light, man, makes it look insane. It reminds me of Call of Duty, like, Black Ops. like, where's the numbers, Mason? So that was my thought process on this edit. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully you got some nuggets of information. I'm not the greatest at explaining things just yet on YouTube, because this is my third video. I also have trouble looking at the camera, so hopefully it's nice. I hope that you got something out of this and it wasn't just, you know, me looking stupid. But I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next video.